Hey everyone, it's Brandy. How are you guys doing tonight? So I'm so sorry for yesterday. I didn't come on live. Yesterday was just like, I don't know, a heck of a day. My son ended up staying home homesick from school, and then it just was a really long day. So I didn't do much painting. I didn't even get dressed yesterday. So today I'm out here painting, but I owe you guys a giveaway. So I'm out here, I'm going to do some painting tonight, but I also want to announce the giveaway for my, hi Anissa! I want to announce the giveaway for my page just recently reached 10,000 followers on Facebook, which is mind-blowing to me. It's absolutely incredible. I'm so proud. I'm so in love with the dedicated followers that I have on my page. Hi Patricia, hi Elaine, see, like you guys. So many of these names are so familiar and have gone through this journey with me, and I'm just thrilled. Like, just thrilled. No wine tonight. You guys, I'm actually not even a drinker. Like, I maybe have a glass of wine like once every 6 months. I mean, maybe. I don't drink at all. So that's why I drink like half a glass on camera, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. So I sincerely want to say thank you. You guys honestly allow me to do something I love doing, and it was something I picked up as a hobby, and it's just really grown, and I'm so there are no words. So anyway, I owe you guys a giveaway, and Dixievel helped me out, and I told them that I was so excited for my page to reach 10,000, and they said, yeah, absolutely, let's celebrate. So, hey Janice, hey Joy. So I have a Dixievel prize package, and it's got a whole bunch of goodies in it. It's got your choice of a Dixievel paint color, a satin top coat, a brush, a sanding sponge, their how-to book. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. So I'm really excited to give this away to somebody, and I already have a winner chosen. I entered everyone's name into a randomizer on my phone. So if you guys are ready, but I'm going to paint tonight too. So once I announce, stay on, because I'm going to do some painting too. So my winner is Janet Matthews. Janet, I haven't seen your name pop up. I hope you're on tonight. Janet Matthews, congratulations. I will tag you in this post. Hey Cheryl, oh Canada. I'll tag you in this post, and congratulations. I need to get your shipping information. Let's pick out a color for you, and you won a Dixievel prize package. Thank you guys so much for celebrating. You know, Dixievel's doing a lot of giveaways right now with our lives, so anytime you catch one of us live, get on, and there's going to be tons of giveaways. I'm also going to tell you guys a secret. Hang on, I have this. Sorry, I just paused that because I had a notification come up I was trying to get rid of. In May, a little bit early that I'm saying this, so hopefully it's okay. Yes, congratulations to Janet, you guys. Thank you so much for being so supportive. Oh, that thread, I got so many great ideas for lives too, because it starts getting where I'm not sure, like, what is helpful, what do people want to see. So all the ideas on there are so helpful. So give me time, and there was so much information on there that I'm glad to cover as we go, and I'm going to keep doing lives with you guys. But in May, every Friday with Dixievel, I signed on to do some live painting with wine. There's going to be guests, and I think how it's going to look is we're going to go start to finish on a piece over the course of the month, layering, all kinds of different techniques on the same piece. So you guys are going to get to see some different artists doing it. You'll get to see a whole bunch of different techniques, but I hope every Friday in May, Friday evenings, you'll join me with a glass of wine and sit back, and then at the end of the month you should have a full start to finish tutorial on a piece. So I think that's what it's going to look like. We're still working out some of the details, who the guests are going to be, but that should be a lot of fun coming up in May. Yeah, so anyway, Janet, congratulations again. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm actually going to paint tonight. It's been a while since I painted live. Sometimes I get busy and it's just hard to set up the camera and actually work. So this is the piece I'm working on here. I should have turned my camera, huh? Yeah, you can't turn it once you're already on. This is the piece I'm working on here. It's kind of a, got some mid-century lines. Can you see the feet down here? So we're going to be doing this in like a blended finish. You guys saw the paint finish I did for Paint Finish of the Month Club. Yes, come join us on Fridays, Patricia. It should be a lot of fun. We'll have different guests on, so we get to see how different people do different techniques. But, you know, we'll chat, answer questions. Hey, baby, do you need help? Okay. Sorry, my son just came to the door. The finish I did for Paint Finish of the Month Club for Jennifer Allwood, it's going to be similar to that. It's going to be the white blended into the blue, kind of random. So I don't know. I'm just going to get started. All I've done with this piece, I really wish I would have turned my camera. All I've done with this piece is last night I took all the drawers out. I cleaned it with White Lightning. And what I do with White Lightning is like a granulated powder, and I mixed it into a water bottle. So this has about 2 tablespoons in it, maybe. And you get an 8 ounce of White Lightning is like $4 or $5. So it's really an inexpensive, really effective cleaner. So I mixed it into a water bottle. I took all my drawers out, sprayed it, scrubbed it down with steel wool. And then I came back and I just cleaned it with just soap and water just to get rid of any residue from the cleaner. You want to come paint with me?
Is this live?
Yeah.
Is that on?
No. So that's what I've done so far. So far this piece got a good cleaning. And then I'll show you up here on the top. I'm doing a wood stain top. It has gorgeous grain. So my top has been stripped, sanded, stained, and sealed. So we're going to leave the top alone as I paint tonight. I'm also going to have wood stained feet on this one. So you'll notice I'm not going to touch the feet on it. Where do you get White Lightning? White Lightning is a Dixie Belle product, so you can get it off of the Dixie Belle page. You can order it just like any other paint products. Yep. So the colors I have out tonight, you can probably see them up here. Do you want to read them? What colors are they? No, my son's out here. None of my sons are performers. How did I not get a one in the bunch? He's cute as heck too. I wish he'd go on camera. Now he's embarrassed. The colors I have out, I have Dixie Belle Cotton, Dixie Belle Blue, Peacock, Bunker Hill Blue, and Midnight Sky. And then this is the color that I mixed from, you guys remember that live that I did on how to paint like a pro with the blue nightstands? This was the custom color I mixed. I over mixed it, so I have a lot of paint in here. So I've got a gradated set of blues here, going from a light white to a dark blue. I don't know which ones I'm going to use for sure, but I got them all out just in case. I do know I'm going to start with the white. You want there? This is just going to be our base coat, so I'm just going to be getting an idea of where the colors are going to go, what the movement's going to look like. Oh, you know what? I also want to tell you guys too. Yeah, he is my cute one. It saves him most days. Trust me. I'm like, it's fine like that. You can see it. Okay, thank you, because I really feel like I should have turned my camera. You guys also helped me win the Zebra Paintbrush One-of-a-Kind contest, and I've been painting with all the brushes they sent me. Here's another one. I've been trying them all out, but I wanted to tell you what I think. I love them. You guys know that I'm a die-hard fan. I have a huge collection of Wooster shortcut brushes, which I still love them, and I've got a whole ton of them, so he does look like me. He's the one who looks most like me. My husband is Filipino, so he has really strong genes. So my sons tend to look like my husband a lot more than me. I kind of got robbed. This is Ashton, you guys. He's my 7-year-old. But I wanted to tell you what I thought of these brushes. I really, really, absolutely, of all of the ones they sent me, this 2-inch chiseled wedge is to die for. This one, it is a fantastic brush. I'm going to use it tonight. I only got 2 of these. I wish I would have got more. They're super soft, but this would be the one I would choose if you're going to try out one of the zebra brushes. I just love it. It holds the perfect amount of paint. This is another 2-inch angled brush. It's okay. It's a little thin. It doesn't hold as much paint. Same with these here. I like the handle on these, the shorter handle, but I love that 2-inch wedge. Yeah, definitely worth trying out. I'm still going to use my Wooster shortcuts. Yeah, actually 2 inches. So I got all my paint out. My piece is clean. I have my water bottle. I'm just going to start laying paint on. I'm going to start up here with the white. I paint with my drawers in when I'm doing a blended finish, and then I will come back and I will touch up something on my dresser right there. I will come back and I will touch up around my drawer edges. Thank you guys for asking. So, you know, my son, my 7-year-old, is a funny kid. He absolutely has some amazing talents. We think he might have a sensory processing disorder, and so sometimes he just has hard days, and yesterday was a hard day for him. So he stayed home from school, and I think sometimes the world just gets a little overwhelming for him. So this is Dixie Belle cotton. Like I said, I'm going to blend this into some blues, so I'm not going to go too far down, probably a little bit further. I'm thinking I want to carry it like on this side. I'm going to carry it up higher, and then it'll dip down here, and it's going to be kind of free-flowing. This is a Wooster shortcut brush that I'm using, but I have out all my, these are my zebra brushes that I got from the one-of-a-kind contest. I'm going to use these too. No, I'm not going to prime this piece. I don't think it's going to be a bleeder. And I'm only using a little bit of the white. It's going to be more blue than white. So, no, I'm not going to prime this one. Now, if I go through and I put this first coat on and I let this dry and I come back to it and I see that it started to bleed, then I can come back and add the primer. Dixie Belle Boss. But I don't think it's going to. Usually you can tell when you're cleaning a piece. You can tell by how it's cleaning. If it continues to wipe dirty, you will probably get paint bleed. You know what? Art does help him, Mary Jane. That's interesting that you say. He's very artistic. He's incredibly intelligent. But he's very artistic. He's the one who will come sit out here and paint with me and talk or read with me. He really enjoys that one-on-one time. So, yeah, it's very therapeutic for him too. So I'm just going to kind of go across the front of this. When I brush my first coat, I don't spray the surface first. Oh, hi. My husband just got home from work. Hi. I don't spray my first coat first, or my surface first for a first coat. I only do that for my second coat. So this is just, I do make sure I'm keeping my brush strokes fairly clean. I'm also going to open the drawers so that I'm not making sure I'm not painting my drawers shut. So I will take, usually I have a screwdriver out. Let's see if I can find one. So I have my drawers in because I'm going to blend over the front of them, but I will take a paintbrush and just make sure that I'm not getting globs and painting my drawers shut. So So I will paint them on the body, make sure that I don't have any heavy spots. I'm just cleaning up the tops of the drawers and the sides. So that's kind of what I do. You know what else? I'm missing a piece of hardware on this one, so I have to find a missing piece of hardware, and I hate matching vintage hardware. Yay, no priming. Yeah, I only usually prime. I prime if I'm doing a light color. So if I was doing this whole body in white, I'd probably prime. Because primer saves you a coat of paint. Primer's cheaper than paint. So if I was going all white, I would probably prime this first. But it's going to be dark colors. It's dark wood. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to have paint bleed on this one. You know, I never know. Sometimes it surprises me still. Oh, my neighbor's messaging me. Sorry, Kate, I can't answer. She probably wants her kids home for dinner. Oh, I hear my son yelling for them. Perfect. Now I don't have to. I'm just moving along the front. Just doing the top. Just getting some white on here. I'm going to go right up under this lip. I don't tape it off. I just use a really steady hand. It's already sealed, so if I need to, I can wipe paint off of my top. Get a nice clean line right underneath there. Yeah, you know, paint can, or bleed can come through on any color. You're right, Diana. It can come through on any color. Any color. I had a pair of oak nightstands that were fairly new. Usually the bleed is with older, like dark mahogany. I had honey oak nightstands that bled through. Was my one of the most recent ones, and I just was shocked, but you just never know. So this one could surprise me, and it happens, and then I would just go back and I would put the primer on to seal that so it doesn't bleed through my paint over time. But yeah, I agree. You just never know. It's horrible. What's going on, baby?
I didn't rub it and hurt myself, and then I said, yeah, you need to learn. To me.
Don't listen to it. You okay?
Are you still alive?
Yeah. You can get your board out and paint if you want.
Yeah. Huh?
You can get your board out and paint if you want.
It's all the way back there, though. Mom, can I do the second piece of wood that you started?
Which one is that?
The one with like the blue on it.
I don't know where it is.
Oh.
Can you get to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just put white across the top. Sorry, this is a really informal live tonight, guys. Let's see. I'm actually going to go in, I think, on my bottom with Bunker Hill. I'm not going to do the middle right now because I'm going to blend these two together. My customer wants it a little heavier on the blue. So I'm going to come down to the bottom and put my Bunker Hill on. I'm going to use one of the zebra brushes so you'll actually get to see the difference. Oh, you painted a marble top, Leslie. That's cool. How did it work? I've never painted a marble top.
Are you going to use peacock?
I'm going to use peacock. You can choose. Oh, yeah, you want to choose. I have some other blues over there. You can choose one.
No, I might use peacock after you're done. I might use this blue. Can I pick one of those paintbrushes or not?
I might need you to bring me another one though.
Another paintbrush?
Yeah.
Where's the paintbrush drawer?
Well, it kind of broke. So,
Just kind of at the top now.
yeah. You guys see I'm working down at the bottom. I don't have a lot of room. I have a lot of pieces right now. I'm waiting for some pickups. I have some deliveries coming up. It looks crazy in here. I'm too embarrassed to even show you guys my workspace. You guys know we're building a house, my workshop. My poor husband spent today at the county permit office because it's considered an agricultural building because it's just a workshop. It's not, you know, living space. It's going to be a prefab metal building.
Mom, I can't find one.
They're all the way over by Noah, sweetie. Or, oh, by the door. See my bin? Anyway, we were told at first that we just needed plans and it was a really like easy breeze through permit process.
Mom, why do you have this from Dixie Belle?
That's not from Dixie Belle. It's from Daddy's mom's house. Well, we ended up finding out that it's a full permit process. They needed plans from the metal building. Or do I find my chair on wheels? You guys, this chair. It's going to be the death of me. This chair is a broken mechanic stool. I've shown this on camera before. I should lower this down. That would help a lot. Okay. There we go. So my chair is this. It was a mechanic stool. Just sit down. And it had a post in it. And the post literally broke off the base. And so my husband took the base off or took the post out and I just put it onto the base.
Mom is right.
So it's great for working down low because I can move across the front of a piece. It's hilarious though. So many people ask me about this stool. Like I should start marketing broken stools. My son's gonna come out here and paint with me. You want to show what color you chose? No? Okay. See, not a performer in the bunch. So this blue is probably a little brighter than she would like, but this is my base coat. And I'm okay with having different colors layered. So if I want to change this, I probably want it to be a little more teal blue. So if I want to change this, I can. I'm actually going to switch over to this mixed color, I think. And I'm just going to start going into my Bunker Hill with it. It's actually making a really pretty color. So I think I just want my dark to be a little more on the tealy side. And the Bunker Hill's a little more true blue. This is a mix of Dixie Belle Caviar, Peacock, Bunker Hill, and Evergreen. Yeah, seriously, that's all it is. Buy this stool from Harbor Freight and take the post off. This is one from Lowe's, but same thing. Harbor Freight carries them. Amazon, it's just a mechanic stool. My paint's starting to dry as I'm putting the second coat over with the different color, so I just sprayed it a little bit. I'm just trying to lighten up that Bunker Hill. I think it's a little too dark for the look I'm going for. And I might even add a little bit more green to my color for my second coat. Again, I'm just laying on my colors right now, so I'm not too worried about it. I get really good coverage with this paint in one coat. I do always do two, but honestly, sometimes it's not even necessary. It's kind of funny. I actually kind of like the randomness of having the Bunker Hill on part of this and not on another. Because as I come over here where I didn't put it on, my color is going to be different, and it's kind of cool because that's what I'm going for anyways.
Mom,
yeah.
when I use Peacock, I'm going to go over this, but I might not use it today.
Yeah, well, you can do it while it's wet too.
Yeah, because I don't want to mix colors.
Well, that's called blending them. You can blend them together.
I go over.
And then it makes another color if you do it while they're wet.
Squish.
Yeah, it's really small in here right now.
You have a lot of that monkey.
My husband's mom passed away over the summer, and we were responsible for cleaning out her house and getting it on the market. And so we did that, but it meant we had to bring a lot of it back here to our house. So our house, some of it's in my garage and my workspace right now. And our house looks like a bad episode of Hoarders right now. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I can't find any branches that blooms.
Oh, you don't have any knots? Okay, so you remember I said I was going to bring the blue up higher on this side? I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to bring it up. Yeah, sorry, this is like totally a impromptu little live here. Usually I try to be all set up, but I'm not. I'm just painting in my garage tonight. This is what it really looks like most of the time. Okay, so I'm bringing my blue up a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way to the white because I am going to put another color in between those, and that's where you'll get to see I'm going to start blending these colors together. But I do want it to be kind of free-flowing, like a wave across the front of my piece. Okay. So I kind of like this. Now, ideally, I wish I had some Dixie Belle Pure Ocean on hand, but I don't. So I'm going to use Peacock and probably a little bit of Dixie Belle Blue.
Peacock.
Dixie Belle Blue is a little bit lighter than the Peacock. See the difference? But this will go as a great transition from my white. That's a mix of 5 colors, Myrna. That one is, oh gosh, it's Caviar, Bunker Hill Blue, Evergreen, Peacock. Did I forget one? I think that was all of them. It's 5 colors in there, and I just started mixing until I liked it. If it needed more green, I went with more green. If it needed more blue, I added more blue. Darker, lighter, whatever it needed. And that's what I ended up with, is those 5 colors. It was very, like, sporadic. Okay, so up here, my white is probably drying. Normally I would do this when it was a little bit wet. But I'm going to start brushing. This is the Dixie Belle Blue. I'm going to start brushing it into my white and my darker blue. I don't want this too thick. That's because my customer wanted it to lean a little bit more towards the blue, the dark and the white. But I'm just using this for a nice transition. And I like it. It's a good middle color. So I'm going to take this up a little bit high onto my white. After I get off, I'll wrap the corners of this too. I'm going to kind of come across my drawer a little bit here. I can't even see what I'm doing. I'm going to come into this corner. My white is drying. And so if it's dry where I want to blend it, I'll just come back with the brush from my white and brush it in. Dirties up the white a little bit. It's easier to blend across a smooth front than it is, like this one has moldings on it. This is just my base coat. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to get some coverage on here. Second coat is really where your blending is super important. I know I wasn't planning on being live tonight, Cassie. That's why it's surprise. Surprise. So I'm coming back with my brush from the mixed color, and I'm brushing it into, starting to set up a little bit, so I'm going to spray. I'm brushing it into the Dixie Belle Blue. That's really pretty. You can go as far up or down as you want. If it starts getting too dark, come back with the Dixie Belle Blue. Like, it's already really pretty. I know, Bonnie, I wasn't planning on going live. I was supposed to come on last night and tell you guys the winner for my contest, for my 10,000 followers giveaway. And so we did that, and then I thought I'm just going to stay on and paint because I'm going to be painting anyways. So this was a surprise for me too. I haven't painted on camera in a while. It's really hard. I still don't like it. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. It's hard to talk while I'm painting. Usually this is my you know, brainstorming time. My mind is busy and my mouth shuts off. Okay, so I like this corner. You can kind of see it's going up in the corner, kind of coming down here. So I'm going to move across my piece. You'll notice when I'm blending, I'm only working 2 colors at a time. Thanks, Teresa. Thanks, Sarah. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to move all my supplies down a little bit. So I know a lot of painters don't show pics to their customers when they're painting. I do. I will email this out to my customer tonight. I'll Facebook message her, and I'll show her a picture of what this line looks like. Do you like the color combination? You know, and that's a chance for a customer to say, no, I want to go more green, I want to go more blue, whatever she wants. We just touch base throughout the process. It makes it harder, but then I at least know my customers are getting exactly what they envisioned. Sometimes it's hard to step inside someone else's brain. I'm just pulling my drawers out, getting my drawer edges, making sure I don't paint my drawers shut. So you can just pull them in and out. It kind of breaks that seal between the paint. Kind of bringing my dark blue up a little bit right here. And that's because I want this to be a totally random line. I don't want it to stay consistent across the front of my piece. That would be too, like, it would just be an ombre, and I want it to be a little more organic than an ombre. The white is dry, so I'm going to wet that. I would bring my light blue down a little bit here. Am I leaving the top white? No, the top is going to be wood stained. So it's already been stripped, sanded, stained, and sealed. I do my tops first because it's easier to, if I were to get paint on this top, like for example right here, it's already sealed, so I can come back and wet this and I can clean that paint off. No, because I'm using it right now, sweetie.
Mom, you've done that pieces from light to dark.
You can turn Google on if you want, just not too loud. It's a little ombre looking here, and I'll probably change that as I come back with my second coat because I really want to steer clear of that. This is not supposed to be an ombre finish. It's supposed to be really a lot more organic than that. I'm just working the paint.
Hey,
like
Google, turn down to 5%.
Say hi so my wife believes you know me. I'm sorry, sir. I've never heard of you before. I don't know. I've never heard of him before. Nope. Totally in denial right now. Don't we all know each other? It's like one big happy family. Mark, I need you to come on and paint with me because I announced tonight that I'm going to be doing lives all through the month of May with different guests on Friday nights. So I need you to come hang out and paint with me. If I say I know you, will you paint with me? Everyone knows you. You're going to give him a fat head, Bonnie. Don't say that. Yeah, everyone does. You guys, Mark, remember, refurbished gentleman. Go like his page. He's phenomenal.
Mom, can I still have Kate's life?
No, because if you turn that on, you'll lose my... Mark does beautiful work. He was one of the first painters I started following. Found him back on Flipping Furniture for Profit. I always was following that group. I just never posted in there because my staging situation gets me yelled at. Totally gonna happen. Ooh, I'm gonna hold you to that. Hey. So like I said, we're going to be doing lives on Friday evenings throughout the month of May with a whole bunch of different guests. You'll get to see different people doing, you know, techniques differently. I really like this right here. See how the blue blends up into the white a little higher than the top, and then it comes down here. That's really what I want. So this over here, I'm probably going to bring this white down and kind of cut this corner right here.
Hey, Google, turn on Country Top 40. Hey, Google, turn on Country Top 40.
I think because you have something in your mouth, sweetie. Do you guys have, does anyone have Google Home? I know. If you were here, I know. Okay, so you guys, Mark, refurbished gentleman, was in the military and used to live in California. What, half an hour from where I am? I'm in Sacramento, and I'm in North Sacramento. I'm up by the airport. I actually was talking to Stephanie, and Stephanie's in California this week. So we might try to get together while she's here because I'm so close to the airport. So if anyone's ever flying into California, I'm right by the airport. Seriously, 10 minutes from the airport. Sacramento Airport. I'm not coming to pick you up, just so you know. You have Alexa. Yeah, same thing. So we have Google Home, and all my kids have it in there. My son's trying to turn it on out here right now. All my kids have it in their room. It's actually really kind of cool. We got it because you can intercom your house with it. So I don't know. My kids really enjoy it though. They use it as the radio in their room. And then we use it for homework. You know, I can say, hey Google, what's 5,482 times 12? You know, and it'll answer for me. I was waiting for it to answer. Conspiracy theorists out there might be like, no, I'm never putting one of those in my home. It listens to everything. Maybe it does, but we don't do anything interesting anyways. Although, did you guys hear, are you guys following the story of this like serial killer they just caught in California? The legs are not going to be painted. My customer wants them wood stained, so it's going to be kind of cool. They'll be wood stained like the top. Oh, so where I was going with that. Hey, Miss Dina. Hey, Kay.
Miss Dina?
Yes, Miss Dina's watching. Miss Dina is my kid's preschool teacher, you guys, and she's amazing. I'm so appreciative for my kids' teachers because I know what it takes to get me through a day with 3, but I don't understand how they spend a day with 20 kids that don't belong to them. But my kids have been fortunate to have some really amazing teachers. And Miss Dina is one, so everyone say hi to Miss Dina. Her and her daughter Sarah are both teachers. And we love them. Oh, the serial killer. Okay, so they just caught this serial killer in California from this case that's like 30 years old, and they caught him from Ancestry.com DNA. So that was like, I mean, I've heard all these theories that have made me like, do I want to do that? Yes, they used it, which is great. I'm so glad the case is solved, but they solved it using Ancestry.com DNA. So that was crazy to me. So if you've ever committed a crime, serial killer. Sorry, I'm just chatting because I think this case is so interesting. It's in Sacramento. Citrus Heights is where they found this guy, Sacramento area. And it was a case from back in, what, 70s and 80s, I think. Maybe even more recent than that. They called him the original Night Stalker. You know, rapes and murders. Gosh, this is a terrible topic. I'm sorry. I'm just fascinated by this case. My sister's husband is law enforcement. My stepdad is law enforcement. My uncle and cousins are firefighters, so we are public safety family. But so this case has gone unsolved, and they ended up picking up this guy just yesterday. And come to find out today, they announced that the DNA was from, it wasn't Ancestry, it was like you know, one of those big genealogy sites. I can't even think of it. But basically someone submitted for a DNA test. It wasn't him. It was someone in his family, but it showed a genetic match to this serial killer. And they ended up figuring out, well, it has to be someone in this family. Is there something? I'm a serial killer. That's what I'm getting at. Long story short. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, but just like, what are the possibilities? Like, what could really, I don't know. You never know, you know? I'm sure when this guy was doing this stuff back in the 70s, he never thought he would be caught. He was law enforcement. He was a law enforcement officer. Yes, Kim, that's the one. Yes, Golden State Killer. Yes. So I bet he never thought he was going to be caught because they didn't have DNA testing back in the 70s. But you know, once it came out, then maybe he got a little nervous, and that slammed the door on him. The DNA testing online. So I think that's going to be kind of an interesting deal now with, I don't know, privacy and stuff like that. Because I'm sure those companies didn't announce that they were going to be sharing that information with law enforcement. I don't have a problem with it, but I you know, it's very interesting. That was a tangent, huh? Sorry. Makes for a great story, though. Okay. So sorry guys, that was a grim topic, but I know you get me talking. That's why I should not drink wine on camera, because you get me talking, and I'm gonna like reveal my social security number on here. If anybody would like to get their deepest, darkest secrets out, let me know. I'm just touching up around my drawer sides. I'm pretty much done with the first coat on the front of this piece. What have I been painting for, like, half an hour? I don't know when I got on. And I've got a first coat on the front. So you can kind of see where I'm going. This will not have gold leafing on it. It's just going to be this very organic, like, wave that flows across the front. So I went up higher with the blue in the center. I can't get the whole thing on camera. I should have turned it sideways. Do I only paint when I drink wine? I don't even drink. I'm not even a drinker. I have a glass of wine like once every 6 months, and that's only so my kids can live through the evening. I don't drink at all. Which is so funny, which is why you give me half a glass and like we're having a good time. No, but so what I was talking about is Friday evenings in May, we're going to be doing lives over on the Dixie Belle page. me and we're lining up some guests to come paint with me. We're going to have wine. We're going to do a whole bunch of different techniques. And I hope Mark will be one of them. Mark, if you're still on here, give me the nod. Yes, Friday in May. So anyway, that's kind of it. So my legs are going to be wood stained, although I'm thinking I might take it down a little more. I don't know. Yeah, it would make more sense if I took it down a little more and just got that square corner. See this square corner? Yeah. So here, I'll just move across the front of it. You can kind of see how my paint is going to move. This is just my base coat. I'm just laying the color on. If I want to change this with my second coat, I can. I'll perfect, you know, any blending will get perfected in my second coat. First coat really just is laying some color on. You've never painted and drink wine. It's probably a bad idea. You know what, though? That piece that I did sold rapid fast, so maybe I'm better painting with wine. Who knows? The goal with the painting with wine, though, is I'm going to start a piece. We're going to start it from start to scratch. We're going to work it every Friday in May until at the end of the month you've got a full start to finish tutorial. And then I'm going to tell you, we're going to use patina paint. Leslie, yes, absolutely. I get sent pictures all the time. I love looking at everyone's pictures. They inspire me too. So yeah, send me pictures. I answer questions all the time too, when I can. Sometimes it gets a little busy and I'll fall behind on my page for a day or so. Oh, I don't know what Mark's announcement tomorrow is. I don't know. He hasn't told me that, but I'm hinting at some things on here. Thinking out loud. I'm going to do another coat just like this one. I'm going to do another coat exactly like this, but it'll really perfect how I want this. So if I wanted to change everything, I'm going to do it in my second coat. So far, I like it. It's a good base. I'll close my drawer so you can see. But I like this. It's a good base. I could probably bring the light blue down, maybe over here, I'm thinking. So, what's my favorite wine? $2 wine? I don't know. No, I drink Behringer White Zinfandel. It's pink. It's pink. So this is for a customer who just bought their first, or who just bought a new home. I don't know if it's their first home. And this is going to go in their great room. They want to add some color. So yes, I will clear coat this at the end. I always clear coat my paint with either wax or a clear coat finish, but this one's going to have a clear coat on it. I might actually go with some more teal-y blues in my final coat. I want this to lean a little more teal than true blue. I'll send it to my customer though, and I'm going to see if she likes it or not. Hey, Jennifer. So anyway, I'll let you guys go back to your evening with your family. It's 7 o'clock here in California. My husband got home not long ago. We need to go get some dinner, and thank you guys. And Janet Matthews is my winner for my 10,000 followers on my Facebook page. 10,000 is surreal. I'm so thankful. Again, thank you. Yes, custom mix was Peacock, Evergreen, Caviar, Bunker Hill Blue, and there's 5. What am I forgetting? It's all the greens and blues. I'm forgetting one. Yes, I will post on here, Bonnie. So anyway, that was my dark color. It really is just a lighter, you could probably mix just, you know, Dixie Belle blue with some Bunker Hill. The Bunker Hill was just a little too true blue. It was too bright, so I kind of toned it down and got to, you know, this is the color I ended up. You can kind of see the difference. All right, thank you guys for watching. Jana, you just came on and I'm getting off. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't Mermaid Tail, but my middle color is Dixie Belle Blue, and then my dark color is a mix. Okay, thank you. I miss you guys, Kay. I really, we need to get up there. It's been too long. Yeah. All right. So we did our giveaway announcement to Janet Matthews. Janet, I'm going to tag you. If anybody knows Janet, please tag her. We'll get that shipped out to you. Hi, Jana. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. This is my piece again. You can kind of see. Just did a first coat on across the front. A very organic kind of ombre looking. Looks like a wave. It does look like a wave. I'm gonna go back and do the sides now, and then a second coat just like the first.